left off. Here, we're going to take our name and start animating it. So what we want to do is we want to select one letter at a time, okay? And we could do all of them, like, but I would like them to kind of fall at a different time. So I'm going to start here, and we're going to move it, okay? So here's the concept. We move it from there to here. We can have it fall straight down if we want. But if I do that, here's my timeline across the bottom. Let me move this out of the way. Obviously, I've lost my screen. Here's my timeline across the bottom with the different frames. Okay, I have my frames. Nothing's happening. There's no animation. Let's do one thing here real quick. I'm going to set this up so it starts recording my animations. I do that over here by turning on set key. So let's just do set key here. And at frame 0, which is where I'm beginning, I want it to be at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over. Let's do it about halfway. And from here, I want it to be at the bottom. Okay. Now if I hit set key and I hit the plus, I'm going to add a key there. What happens is there's no movement, right? Because I didn't tell it where to start and to key it at the top. So what I'm going to do, but there is a key here at 50. So that's going to tell it at 50, I need it to be here. But before I do that, I need to set it and tell it where I need it to start. So I'm going to go back here to 0, put it back where I want it to start, and I'm going to add a key here. So now I add a key here, and my key tells it just where it should be any given time and space. And so here's my start point, here's my end point. And the processing will move it by itself. Okay, so there's one. And then from here, I can move it and I can have it bounce to a different location. Okay, let's say over here, I want it to bounce up and rotate. So I'm going to bring it up, over, and we've used our rotation key a little bit, and I'm just going to have it kind of, let me turn this off. I have my toggle on. Have it bounce like this, and maybe have it spin a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to set my key there. So there's one. Okay, so I have it come down, and then here, and then the last thing that I'm going to do is I can just go straight to the end point and have it end, okay, where down here on the floor. So let's say I'm going to move it first, okay. And then I'm going to picture my arch, and I'm going to rotate it over and kind of get it somewhat flat. Now, it's not going to be realistic because I don't have really the bounce or anything in here. And you can kind of fiddle with that a little bit on its own. And then when I have it where I want it to end, I'm going to add one more key, and I'm going to slide that. Okay. So now fall, boom, and it bounces and lands. All right, so I'm going to do that repeat with each letter, have them kind of bounce and fall and land on each other and stack. I want you to give that a shot and let me know how it goes. And so now when I do letter 2, I'm going to, before I do anything, I'm going to set my key. Okay, that's going to give me, all my other keys disappeared because I'm not selected on the J. Okay, I'm going to move that down here. Slide my timeline. Well, you know what? My timeline was at 100, so that's going to mess me up. Okay, I'm going to click on A. That's okay. Let me set a key for that. And the key that I did do, I'm going to click on that one and hit delete. So I can just select it and hit delete. Now I'm going to set a key for the beginning. It's good. Maybe this one's going to fall slower instead of at 50. It's going to fall and land at 70 on here. I'm going to slide my bar to 70, move this down. Okay. Maybe I'll have it as it's moving. I'm going to have it rotate a little bit so it bounces off the corner of the letter. Hit a key here and slide it forward. And then this one I can just kind of, okay. So play around with it. This one I'm going to have rotate forward and over. Set another key, and then I'm kind of out of room. So what I might have to do is I do want it to end over here by the other one and down and at the 0. The last thing that I think will show you is if I don't like where I had any of those keys set up, I can do some quick adjustments on the fly. I can take my move tool here and grab the key and adjust the timing of it and slide the timing. So I'm just going to pull the bar. That's enough. Okay, boom, they fall and they rotate. I didn't hit the M key, so I lost what I did for that last movement. But give it a shot. Animate all 5 or all of the letters in your name, and then we'll come back in the next one. I'll finish my animation off screen. We'll come back in the next one and figure out how to turn it into a little movie. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video.